So, what's so special about Yeshivat Drisha?
הישיבה היא פשוט ישיבה. זה מקום שיושבים בו, לומדים תורה, בתובנות, ברצינות. זה מקום שלא עושה הנחות לאף אחד, כי התורה היא גדולה, ויש לה הרבה מה להציע לנו. ומי שרוצה לפגוש אותה, אז זה דורש ממנו להתמסר, לגדול, וזה מה שאנחנו מנסים לעשות כאן.
Yeshivat Drisha is a place of honest, deep, and committed learning. It's a place that takes you and your learning seriously, and where there are no limits on how far you can go with your learning.
When I came the first day, I walked into Drisha and found two well springs of Torah. Rabbanit Shana and Rabbanit Yael, each in her own way, is an incredible role model, not only of very rigorous Torah scholarship, women who I look up to, who I want to be like when I grow up, but they're also incredibly approachable, incredibly down to earth. When I look around, I'm seeing women that are where I could be standing in a few years from now, and that's one of the things that I most love about being here in Drisha.
So the life in the base medrash is quite intense, not only from a learning standpoint, but our day is super full. And that can be a little bit scary in the beginning, but as soon as you're in the base medrash, the discussions are so interesting, and it just wakes you up for the entire day, and it energizes you for the entire day. By the end of the day, you know that you're in the right place at the right time, and that is such an amazing feeling.
I wasn't expecting to find something that's both so serious and so calm. I think some just magic in this place. I don't know how to explain it, but it's a bet midrash that instantly feels like home.
Yeshivat Drisha is a completely integrated Beit Midrash, so I'm American, but I'm in the same program with all of the Israelis. There isn't a separate American program, like you are completely with Israelis, and you're becoming their friends and speaking Hebrew, and you feel like you're in Israel that's real and not in an American bubble, but also you do get the support that you need here, because it can be hard to be in the country without a family. This is a place that pushes you, that tells you you should know what this parshan says about this sugya Baal Peh. Like, you should know that if somebody asks you, that you can be able to articulate it. The level of learning is very high.
Not only have my skills increased, definitely. I get through a daf better. I get through a portion better. My understanding happens quicker. It happens deeper. I'm better at analysis. But I feel very, very, very comfortable asking the questions I want to ask, building up the ideas I want to build up. And that is incredibly supported here. You will leave here feeling, wow, whoa, when did I become so equipped? When was I able to breeze through Aramaic like this? But you're not gonna leave here being like, oh, was all I did breeze through Aramaic? Because it's not. It's a really, really beautiful schedule.
One of Drisha's strong points is not only looking at texts for their content, or trying to understand what does this sugya have to say about fundamental Jewish ideas. That's also part of our learning here, and that's also important. But there is a hyper focus on methodology. We look at the sugyot for its structure. We ask, what does the Ritva want to say about this Rashi? But we also ask, what kind of analysis of the Rashi is the Ritva doing? And what kind of analysis of the sugya was Rashi doing? And is the Ritva looking at Rashi the same way that Rashi is looking at the sugya? That ability to be able to look at a text and ask yourselves those questions, not what is a text saying, but how is a text going about saying that? Those are incredibly sophisticated levels of thinking, and that jumps out not only from the text, but you see it happening in the classroom. I'll make a comment and Rabbanit Shana will say, Yael's using a conceptual answer to answer a textual question. Does that match? Is that appropriate? Those are the kinds of questions that are the questions we're asking about the text, but suddenly we're asking them about our own interactions with the text.
Shivti bevet Hashem. Sitting with us at Yeshivat Drisha, you will be joining women who have decided to learn and sit for many years in Ohala Shel Torah.
I quickly found chavrutot, I found friends, I went to people's houses for Shabbat, Rabbaniyot and the other girls. The relationships I've built here are impactful and fun and meaningful.
שיעור א' הוא הזמנה לכם להגיע לתוך ישיבה, לתוך בית מדרש, שלא רק ייתן לכם שיעורים בתורה, אלא ייתן לכם את הכלים איך אתן יכולות ללמוד בתורה בעצמכם בהמשך. זו מתנה גדולה שמי שרוצה שהתורה תמשיך ללוות אותה בהמשך החיים, שעבודת השם תמשיך ללוות אותה באופן משמעותי בהמשך החיים, היא צריכה לקנות אותה.
Think about this. It's 1 year that you have. How will you spend it? Coming to learn with us, even though you're not here to remain for so many years, will change the atmosphere of this 1 year that you're giving to Torah. Sitting together and watching role models and other women around you very much involved in what your heart desires, it will give a different feeling to any learning you will do.
Yeshivat Drisha is the yeshiva that so many of you have dreamed would come into existence. There's no place like it. Come join us.